Good morning, everyone. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you did something extraordinary and no one knew about it? We live in a world obsessed with noise, likes, shares, and applause. It's tempting to showcase every step of our journey, to seek validation in real time. But what if the greatest progress, the most profound victories happen not in the spotlight, but in the quiet hours when no one is watching? 2025 is here. A new year, a new chapter. This is our opportunity to embrace the kind of discipline that doesn't need an audience, to build a foundation so strong that when the world finally notices, it will seem like success happened overnight. But here's the truth: success is never overnight. It's a long, silent climb, a climb that begins with a choice. Today, I want to talk about that choice, the choice to work hard in silence, to trust the process and to let your results speak louder than any words ever could. So let's dive in. Let's explore why silence isn't weakness, it's power. Why quiet, consistent effort will be your greatest ally in 2025. And why the most inspiring stories are not just the ones you tell, but the ones you live. Are you ready? Every meaningful journey begins with a purpose. Purpose is the compass that guides our decisions, fuels our energy, and sustains us through challenges. Without it, our actions can feel directionless, like rowing a boat in circles without ever reaching the shore. When you start with why, you lay the foundation for not just success, but fulfillment. It's about identifying the deeper reason behind what you do, the cause, belief, or vision that drives your actions. Think about a moment when you felt truly alive, truly connected to what you were doing. It probably wasn't just about the task itself. It was about the sense of meaning it brought to your life. Purpose gives context to our efforts. It transforms mundane tasks into stepping stones towards something greater. When you understand why you're working hard, even the silent hours feel valuable. They're no longer sacrifices, they become investments in something that genuinely matters. For many of us, the challenge isn't the lack of effort, but the lack of clarity. We get caught up in the day-to-day grind, reacting to external demands without pausing to reflect. Why am I doing this? What is the ultimate goal? These questions aren't always easy to answer, but they are essential. Purpose isn't something that always comes to you in a moment of epiphany. Sometimes it's something you uncover gradually, like unearthing a hidden treasure. It requires self-reflection, curiosity, and the willingness to dig deep. When you define your purpose, it creates a ripple effect in every area of your life. Decisions become clearer because they're aligned with your why. Energy becomes more focused because you're not spreading yourself thin chasing things that don't truly matter. Even setbacks and failures take on a different meaning. They're no longer just obstacles, they become part of the narrative, part of the process of achieving something worthwhile. Purpose also has a unique way of amplifying resilience. When challenges arise, and they always will, a strong sense of purpose helps you push through. It reminds you why you started in the first place and why it's worth continuing. People often quit not because the work is too hard, but because they lose sight of why they're doing it. A clear purpose acts as an anchor, keeping you grounded even when the winds of doubt and difficulty try to pull you off course. Defining your purpose doesn't mean you have to figure out every detail of your life's mission right away. It starts with small steps. Ask yourself, what am I passionate about? What impact do I want to make? What kind of person do I want to become? These questions might feel overwhelming, but they're not meant to be answered in a single sitting. They're meant to guide your exploration. Over time, patterns emerge. You start to notice the things that consistently light you up, the challenges you're drawn to tackle, the values you hold dear. Purpose isn't just about personal fulfillment, it's also about contribution. We're wired to seek connection and to make a difference. When your purpose is tied to something bigger than yourself, it takes on even greater significance. It's no longer just about what you can achieve, but about how your efforts ripple out to impact others. Whether it's through your work, relationships, or community, purpose creates a sense of belonging. It's a reminder that your hard work matters, even if it's not immediately visible or recognized. There's a common misconception that purpose has to be grand or world-changing. The truth is, purpose can be found in the simplest things. It's not about the size of your goal, but the depth of your commitment to it. For some, purpose might be raising a family, building a business, or mastering a craft. For others, it might be creating art, solving a problem, or supporting a cause. The key is that it resonates with you. It's authentic and deeply personal. When you begin with why, you also inspire others. People are drawn to those who have a clear sense of purpose. They see the conviction in your actions, the passion in your work, and the dedication in your silence. It creates a ripple effect, encouraging others to reflect on their own motivations. In this way, your purpose becomes more than just a personal guide, it becomes a source of influence and inspiration. Purpose is not static. It evolves as you grow, as your experiences shape you, and as the world around you changes. What matters is not holding on to a fixed definition, but staying connected to the core of what drives you. It's about constantly recalibrating, checking in with yourself, and making adjustments as needed. This ongoing process of alignment ensures that your actions remain meaningful and intentional. Ultimately, purpose is the foundation of working hard in silence. It's the quiet fuel that keeps the fire burning even when no one else is watching. It transforms effort into something more profound, into a statement of who you are and what you stand for. And when you define your purpose, you set yourself on a path that is not only productive, but deeply fulfilling. Discipline is the backbone of progress. It is the bridge between intention and accomplishment, the force that turns potential into reality. While talent and opportunity play their roles, discipline is what ensures consistent effort, even in the face of challenges. It's easy to feel motivated when the journey begins, but what separates those who succeed from those who falter is the ability to sustain effort when the excitement fades and the work becomes routine. Discipline is not a trait you are born with. It's a skill you develop. It starts with small, deliberate choices that gradually become habits. These habits in turn shape your character and define your outcomes. The beauty of discipline lies in its simplicity. It doesn't require grand gestures or monumental changes overnight. Instead, it demands consistency, showing up every day, putting in the effort, and trusting that each small action contributes to the bigger picture. One of the most significant challenges in embracing discipline is overcoming the allure of instant gratification. We live in a world where quick fixes and immediate results are often glorified, but true growth rarely happens in an instant. Discipline teaches you to delay gratification, to prioritize long-term rewards over short-term comfort. It's about choosing the harder right over the easier wrong, knowing that the path of least resistance rarely leads to meaningful success. At its core, discipline is about making commitments to yourself and honoring them. These commitments are not always easy to keep, especially when distractions are everywhere and excuses are readily available. But every time you choose discipline over complacency, you strengthen your ability to persevere. It's a muscle that grows with use, becoming more robust with every challenge you overcome. This resilience becomes a defining trait, enabling you to tackle even greater challenges with confidence and determination. Discipline is also closely tied to focus. In a world full of noise and competing priorities, staying focused on your goals can be incredibly difficult. Discipline helps you cut through the noise, allowing you to concentrate on what truly matters. It's about saying no to distractions, even when they're tempting, and staying true to your purpose. This focus ensures that your efforts are aligned with your objectives, maximizing the impact of your hard work. Another essential aspect of discipline is consistency. It's not about working hard for a day, a week, or even a month. It's about showing up every day, regardless of how you feel. There will be days when motivation is high and everything flows effortlessly. But there will also be days when the work feels tedious or overwhelming. Discipline is what keeps you going on those harder days. It's the quiet voice that reminds you why you started and urges you to take the next step, no matter how small. Discipline is not just about doing what's required, it's about doing it well. It's about holding yourself to a higher standard, even when no one else is watching. This commitment to excellence is what sets disciplined individuals apart. They don't settle for mediocrity or cut corners. Instead, they approach every task with care and attention, knowing that the quality of their work reflects their character and values. A significant part of discipline is learning to manage your time effectively. Time is one of the most valuable resources we have, yet it's often squandered on unimportant tasks or distractions. Discipline involves planning your days with intention, prioritizing tasks that align with your goals, and eliminating activities that don't add value. It's about being proactive rather than reactive, taking control of your schedule instead of letting it control you. This deliberate approach ensures that your time is spent in ways that contribute to your growth and success. Discipline also requires a level of self-awareness. It's about understanding your strengths and weaknesses, recognizing when you're making excuses, and holding yourself accountable. This honesty is crucial for growth. When you can identify areas where you need to improve, you can take steps to address them. Self-awareness also helps you recognize when you're veering off track, allowing you to course correct before small lapses become major setbacks. Embracing discipline often means stepping outside your comfort zone. Growth rarely happens when you stay within familiar boundaries. Discipline pushes you to take on challenges, to stretch your limits, and to embrace discomfort as a necessary part of progress. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. The discomfort you feel in the moment pales in comparison to the satisfaction of knowing you're growing stronger, more capable, and more resilient. Ultimately, discipline is a mindset. It's a choice you make every day to prioritize your goals and values over fleeting impulses. It's about understanding that the path to success is not always glamorous or exciting, but it is always rewarding. When you embrace discipline, you take control of your life. You become the architect of your destiny, shaping your future through deliberate action and unwavering commitment. In a world where validation often comes from external sources, choosing silence over recognition can feel counterintuitive. We are surrounded by platforms that encourage us to share every milestone, every achievement, and every moment of progress. The allure of likes, comments, and applause can be powerful, but it can also distract from what truly matters, the work itself. When you focus on silence, you shift your energy away from seeking approval and toward creating something meaningful. Working without an audience requires a different kind of strength. It demands a deep sense of self-assurance, a belief in your own journey that doesn't rely on external confirmation. This mindset allows you to concentrate fully on your goals without being swayed by the need to impress others. It's about understanding that validation is fleeting, but the impact of your work can be lasting. By choosing silence, you give yourself the freedom to grow, experiment, and refine your craft without the pressure of constant scrutiny. Silence also provides a unique space for reflection and self-improvement. When you're not preoccupied with how others perceive you, you can focus on your own standards of excellence. You become your own toughest critic, constantly evaluating your work and identifying areas for growth. This introspection leads to deeper learning and a stronger connection to your purpose. It allows you to build a foundation of skill and expertise that is rooted in genuine effort, not in the desire for recognition. One of the most powerful aspects of working in silence is the element of surprise it creates. When you're not broadcasting every step of your journey, you leave room for your results to speak for themselves. This approach can be incredibly impactful. People notice the outcome of your hard work, and because they haven't been following every step, the results often seem even more impressive. This doesn't mean you're hiding your efforts, it means you're letting your achievements take center stage, unclouded by noise or distraction. Silence also fosters resilience. When you're not relying on external validation, you learn to motivate yourself from within. This intrinsic motivation is far more sustainable than relying on the highs of public recognition. It keeps you going through challenges and setbacks because your drive comes from a deeper place. You're not working for applause or approval, you're working for something much more meaningful. This resilience becomes a powerful tool, enabling you to navigate obstacles with confidence and determination. The decision to work in silence doesn't mean isolating yourself or rejecting collaboration. Instead, it's about being intentional with your energy and attention. It's about recognizing when to share and when to hold back. This balance allows you to maintain focus on your goals while still fostering meaningful connections with others. By being selective about what you share and with whom, you create an environment that supports your growth without unnecessary distractions. Working in silence also teaches patience. In a culture that values speed and immediacy, patience is often overlooked. But meaningful progress takes time. It requires sustained effort, often over months or years, to see the fruits of your labor. When you embrace silence, you allow yourself the space to work at your own pace, free from the pressure to produce instant results. This patience not only enhances the quality of your work, but also strengthens your character, teaching you to value the process as much as the outcome. Another important aspect of working in silence is the focus it brings. When you're not concerned with how your efforts will be perceived by others, you can dedicate your full attention to the task at hand. This focus allows you to delve deeper into your work, exploring nuances and details that might otherwise be overlooked. It's in these moments of deep focus that true innovation and creativity often emerge. By removing the noise of external validation, you create a space where your best work can thrive. Silence also allows you to build credibility through action rather than words. In a world where promises and declarations are often made without follow-through, delivering results without fanfare can be a powerful statement. It shows that you value substance over style, that your commitment is to the work itself rather than to how it's perceived. This credibility becomes a foundation for trust, both in your own abilities and in the eyes of others. Finally, working in silence cultivates humility. It's a reminder that the work is not about you, it's about what you're creating, contributing, or achieving. This humility keeps you grounded even as you experience success. It allows you to stay focused on your goals and to continue growing regardless of external recognition. It's not about diminishing your achievements, but about keeping them in perspective, understanding that the journey is just as important as the destination. Focusing on mastery means committing to a lifelong pursuit of excellence. It's about owning your skills, deepening your understanding, and continuously pushing the boundaries of what you're capable of. Unlike superficial achievements or temporary gains, mastery is a profound and enduring accomplishment. It is not about being the best in the world, it is about being the best version of yourself in whatever you choose to pursue. This mindset prioritizes growth over recognition, process over perfection, and substance over showmanship. Mastery begins with curiosity. It starts with the desire to understand something deeply and the willingness to explore it fully. Curiosity fuels the initial spark, guiding you toward a subject, craft, or skill that resonates with you. But curiosity alone isn't enough. Mastery requires discipline, persistence, and an unwavering commitment to improvement. It demands that you move beyond surface-level engagement and dedicate yourself to consistent practice and learning. One of the defining characteristics of mastery is the willingness to embrace the fundamentals. In a world that often values shortcuts and quick wins, mastery requires patience and humility. It asks you to return to the basics, refining and perfecting the building blocks of your craft. This process can feel repetitive and at times monotonous, but it is through this repetition that true expertise is developed. The greatest masters in any field are those who never stop learning, even from the most foundational lessons. Mastery also involves a deep relationship with failure. When you're pushing yourself to improve, failure is inevitable. But instead of viewing it as a setback, mastery encourages you to see failure as feedback. It's an opportunity to identify weaknesses, learn from mistakes, and make adjustments. This mindset transforms failure from something to fear into something to embrace. Each misstep becomes a stepping stone, guiding you closer to your goals. Another key aspect of mastery is the ability to stay present in the process. It's easy to become fixated on outcomes, on reaching milestones, achieving goals, or gaining recognition. But mastery is not about the end result, it's about the journey. It's about immersing yourself in the work, finding joy in the act of creation, and allowing yourself to be fully absorbed in the moment. This presence not only enhances the quality of your work, but also deepens your connection to it. Mastery also requires resilience. The path to excellence is rarely smooth or straightforward. It's filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. Resilience is what keeps you moving forward, even when progress feels slow or invisible. It's the ability to stay committed to your goals, to persevere through difficulties, and to trust that your efforts will pay off over time. This resilience is not something you're born with, it's something you cultivate through practice and determination. Another defining feature of mastery is the pursuit of continuous improvement. Mastery is never static, it's a dynamic process of growth and evolution. Even as you achieve a high level of skill, there is always more to learn, more to explore, and more ways to improve. This mindset keeps you humble and hungry, ensuring that you never become complacent. It encourages you to seek out new challenges, to experiment with new approaches, and to expand your horizons. Focusing on mastery also means prioritizing quality over quantity. It's not about doing as much as possible or spreading yourself thin across multiple pursuits. Instead, it's about narrowing your focus, dedicating your energy to the areas that matter most, and striving for excellence in those areas. This focus allows you to go deeper, to achieve a level of understanding and expertise that is not possible when your efforts are scattered. Another important aspect of mastery is the willingness to seek out feedback. While the pursuit of mastery is deeply personal, it is not something you can achieve in isolation. Feedback from mentors, peers, and even critics can provide valuable insights, helping you identify blind spots and refine your skills. Mastery requires the humility to accept constructive criticism and the wisdom to discern which feedback is most valuable. Finally, mastery is about contribution. While it begins with personal growth and self-improvement, it ultimately extends outward. As you develop your skills and deepen your understanding, you gain the ability to share your knowledge, inspire others, and make a meaningful impact. Mastery is not just about what you achieve, it's about what you give back. It's about using your expertise to create, to teach, to innovate, and to leave a legacy that extends beyond yourself. Trusting the process is a mindset that requires patience, resilience, and a deep belief in the value of consistent effort over time. In a culture that often celebrates instant success and rapid results, the idea of trusting the process can feel counterintuitive. However, meaningful progress and sustainable success are rarely achieved overnight. They are the result of deliberate, steady work that builds over days, months, and even years. Trusting the process is about committing to this journey, even when the results are not immediately visible. At its core, trusting the process means letting go of the need for immediate validation. It's about understanding that success is not a single moment or a sudden breakthrough, but a culmination of countless small actions taken consistently over time. These actions might seem insignificant on their own, but they compound to create meaningful change. Trusting the process requires faith in this compounding effect, recognizing that every step, no matter how small, contributes to the bigger picture. One of the challenges of trusting the process is managing uncertainty. When you're in the midst of hard work, it can be difficult to see the full trajectory of your efforts. Progress is not always linear, and there are often periods of stagnation or setbacks that can make it tempting to give up. Trusting the process means staying committed during these moments, even when the outcome is unclear. It's about focusing on what you can control: your effort, your attitude, and your persistence, rather than becoming consumed by what you cannot control. Another important aspect of trusting the process is embracing the idea that growth often happens below the surface. Much like the roots of a tree spreading out and strengthening before visible growth occurs, the work you do in silence and without recognition is laying the foundation for future success. This invisible progress is just as important, if not more so, than the milestones that others can see. Trusting the process means recognizing and valuing this hidden growth, even if it feels slow or unremarkable in the moment. Trusting the process also requires patience. In a world that moves quickly and values instant results, patience can feel like a rare quality. But meaningful success takes time. Whether you're building a career, developing a skill, or pursuing a personal goal, the most valuable achievements are those that are earned through consistent effort and dedication. Patience allows you to stay focused on the long term, resisting the temptation to chase shortcuts or quick fixes that may compromise the quality of your work. A key element of trusting the process is the ability to adapt and evolve. While consistency is important, it's also essential to remain open to change and willing to adjust your approach when necessary. The process is not a rigid path, it's a dynamic journey that requires flexibility and responsiveness. Trusting the process means being willing to learn from setbacks, to experiment with new strategies, and to embrace the idea that failure is a natural and valuable part of growth. Mindset plays a crucial role in trusting the process. It's about cultivating a belief in your ability to navigate challenges, overcome obstacles, and achieve your goals. This belief is not about blind optimism, but about grounded confidence and trust in your own resilience and resourcefulness. When you trust the process, you develop a sense of inner stability that allows you to stay calm and focused, even in the face of uncertainty or adversity. Trusting the process also means embracing the present moment. While it's important to have long-term goals and aspirations, it's equally important to stay engaged with the work you're doing right now. The process is not just a means to an end, and it's where the real growth and learning happen. By staying present and fully immersed in your current efforts, you create the conditions for meaningful progress and genuine satisfaction. Another important aspect of trusting the process is separating effort from outcome. While goals provide direction and motivation, they should not be the sole measure of success. Trusting the process means valuing the effort you put in, regardless of the immediate results. This shift in perspective allows you to stay motivated and committed, even when external recognition or tangible rewards are not forthcoming. It's about finding fulfillment in the work itself and knowing that the journey is just as important as the destination. Finally, trusting the process involves cultivating gratitude for the journey. It's about appreciating the challenges that push you to grow, the opportunities that allow you to learn, and the progress you've made along the way. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, creating a positive and empowering mindset that fuels your efforts. When you trust the process, you learn to see each step as a valuable part of your story, one that contributes to the person you are becoming. Success is not the result of a single monumental effort, but rather the accumulation of small, consistent actions over time. These seemingly insignificant steps, when repeated with intention and dedication, create the foundation for meaningful achievements. The power of consistency lies in its ability to transform ordinary efforts into extraordinary outcomes, building momentum and compounding results in ways that are often underestimated. Consistency begins with clarity. To achieve significant results, it is essential to define your goals and identify the specific actions required to move closer to them. This clarity provides direction, ensuring that your efforts are aligned with your objectives. Without a clear sense of purpose, it is easy to become distracted or discouraged, but with a focused plan, consistency becomes a matter of following through on your intentions. Establishing routines is a key aspect of consistency. Routines create structure, making it easier to maintain regular habits and reduce the mental effort required to make decisions. By automating parts of your daily life, you free up mental energy for more critical tasks. These routines become the backbone of your progress, providing a reliable framework that supports your goals even when motivation wanes. Over time, they evolve from deliberate choices into second nature, reinforcing your commitment to the process. The true power of consistency lies in its cumulative effect. Each small action may seem insignificant in isolation, but when repeated over time, these actions build upon one another, creating momentum. This compounding effect is what turns incremental progress into transformative change. It is not the magnitude of your efforts in any single moment that matters, but the persistence of those efforts over the long term. This principle applies to every area of life, from personal development to professional success, fitness to creativity. Maintaining consistency requires discipline, particularly in the face of challenges or setbacks. There will be days when the work feels tedious or progress seems slow, but it is precisely in these moments that consistency matters most. Discipline allows you to push through resistance, to continue taking steps forward even when the immediate payoff is not apparent. It is the steady, unwavering effort during difficult times that often leads to the most significant breakthroughs. Another important aspect of consistency is the ability to stay adaptable while remaining committed to your goals. While consistency is about maintaining effort, it does not mean rigidly adhering to a plan that is no longer effective. Instead, it involves regularly evaluating your progress, identifying areas for improvement, and making necessary adjustments. This balance between steadfastness and flexibility ensures that your efforts remain aligned with your objectives, even as circumstances change. Consistency also fosters trust, both in yourself and in others. When you consistently show up, meet your commitments, and deliver on your promises, you build credibility. This trust is invaluable, creating a foundation for meaningful relationships and opportunities. At the same time, consistency strengthens your self-confidence, reinforcing your belief in your ability to achieve your goals. Each small victory builds momentum, creating a positive feedback loop that fuels further effort and dedication. One of the challenges of consistency is overcoming the temptation to seek quick results. In a culture that often glorifies instant success, it can be difficult to stay patient and committed to the long-term process. However, the most meaningful achievements are rarely the result of shortcuts. They are built through sustained effort and gradual progress. Consistency teaches you to value the journey, to find fulfillment in the daily actions that bring you closer to your goals. Consistency is not about perfection. There will inevitably be moments when you falter or fall short of your intentions. What matters is your ability to return to the process, to recommit to your goals, and to continue moving forward. Progress is not always linear, and setbacks are a natural part of any journey. Consistency allows you to view these setbacks as temporary rather than definitive, empowering you to persevere in the face of adversity. Finally, consistency is a powerful force for building resilience. By regularly showing up and putting in the effort, you develop mental and emotional strength. You learn to navigate challenges, to overcome obstacles, and to maintain focus even in the face of uncertainty. This resilience becomes a defining characteristic, enabling you to tackle even greater challenges with confidence and determination. Consistency, when practiced over time, shapes not only your outcomes, but also your character, preparing you for success in every aspect of life.